Hello there, good morning. We are currently on board the Skyliner, as if you couldn't tell. And we are going to resort hop around the Boardwalk area. We're going to look at everything that there is there. There's the deli, there's the corn dog stand, there's all of the stores. We're going to check out the resort. And yeah, we're just going to have a bit of a wander around, check out Yacht and Beach Club, maybe wander over to the Swan and Dolphin, see what they're like. It's an area of Walt Disney World we've not seen before, so we figured we'd take an afternoon and explore a little bit. So yeah, should be good. All right, so we're off the Skyliner. It's about maybe a 5-minute walk from International Gateway around to the start of the boardwalk on Crescent Lake. And first thing we're coming up to is the Cake Bake Shop. It does look very, very fancy. You can have like an afternoon tea and stuff here. Again, maybe one for a birthday or a anniversary because it ain't. But apparently it's really cool. They have a little bakery on the side so you can go in and just pick stuff up if you don't want to go in and sit down. So as you look out across the lake, you've got all of the boardwalk around here. And in the background, you've got the Dolphin. And then across the way, you have Yacht Club and Beach Club. I can't remember which way around it is, but technically, whichever one is on this side is the closest resort to Epcot in terms of like just pure like meters walking distance. It's very, very pretty around here. So, yeah. Oh, they have brought the prices down a little bit. They do all sorts of stuff, but it's nice that you can essentially get some stuff to go without having to sit in. As usual, filming is chaotic with a stroller, so please bear with me if there's wobbly camera angles and an 8-year-old shouting at me for attention and stuff. So there's the pizzeria here. Oh, okay, yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. So you can buy whole pizzas, you can buy pizza by the slice. They have some beers here as well. So imagine this, walking around here on a nice cool evening, street performers, you grab yourself a slice of pizza and a beer. Trattoria Al Forno, so this is sit-down Italian dining. Would really like to eat here one day. I hear good things. And next to that you can go to the Abracadabra, which is the magic-themed Magician's Lounge. So you can go and have some drinks. They'll have people coming around doing close-up magic while you're drinking. It's very, very cool. And here is the Blue Ribbon corn dog stand. I don't think they're open just yet. But they do a very, very large mozzarella stick. It's like a foot long. And then we kind of get to the proper resort, really, from here. You've got your Surrey bikes over here, which you can rent from 30 minutes, I think. So they should have prices posted somewhere. But yeah, you can ride up and down the boardwalk on a Surrey bike with your family if you would like to. $30 per half an hour for a single, $35 per half an hour for a double. So if you just want to spend half an hour riding around the boardwalk pretending it's the 1930s, you may of course do so. So here is the boardwalk. Now this is considered a deluxe, I don't know why I pronounced it that way, a deluxe resort. So if you DVC like us, you can use points here, or you can pay cash, or you can use rental store, or whatever you want to do. But I think this is very, very pretty. I think this area has a lot of charm and character, just like me. And here comes one of the friendship boats now. So this is another nice little feature about if you're staying in this area, you can take one of these guys straight over to Epcot, and it just drops at all of the resorts around Crescent Lake. So if you're just feeling too tired after a park day, or if you just fancy some novel Disney transport, you can jump on one of these boats and they will drop you right at your resort, which is lovely. Obviously for all your other resorts, you can head over to the Skyliner to get to Hollywood Studios, or you can take your buses if you need to go to, I don't quite know what's happening there, if you need to go to Animal Kingdom or Magic Kingdom. Alright, so just before you get into the rooms and stuff, you've got the Promenade Art Gallery, which you can head into. Similar to Art of Disney down in Disney Springs. This has loads of paintings, sculptures, some originals, some prints. I'm going to have a look. Right off the bat, I would hang that in my house. That is stunning. Oh, and I've seen these before, these tables.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hi, who's speaking? No. These are thousands and thousands of dollars, but they are absolutely stunning. So nice. So I assume this changes periodically as they showcase and exhibit different artists, but I know for a fact that the tables that we just saw have been in here a little while. Most likely due to cost, because they're lovely, but yeah, you're talking, I think, 5 figures for one of those. But that's a very cool Yzma. What are you looking at? What are you pointing at, Bud? Oh, the car and Shere Khan. Yeah, that's almost as good as the one you drew in the animation experience yesterday. I like this one a lot. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. So I have a couple of rooms for you to come and just appreciate work. Okay, so we have just come in the front doors of the Screen Door General Store. So this is the shop for Boardwalk, basically, and it's kind of the fronts are a bunch of different stores, but much like the Emporium and Disney & Co. in Hollywood, it all kind of files through into one another. A lot of this stuff is the same as before. Oh my gosh. Beanie, what do you say, buddy? Thank you so much. Do you want to take that?
From Mickey Mouse.
Oh, from Mickey? That's very, very kind. Thank you. Would you like a straw? Oh, kiddo. Thank you, that's awfully kind. Oh. All right, dude, have a sip. Is it good? It's so good. Awesome. Now, you are never guaranteed things like that to happen, which makes them all the more magical when they do. That was really, really sweet of that cast member to do that. And that's pixie dusting. It's very, very nice when things like that happen. You know, I don't think you can ever get it if you're acting entitled or expecting it, but you're looking at it's like the Birnbaums for this year. Yeah. I got one of those last year before we'd been for the first time. It's cool that they've got some books in here though. The Kingdom Keepers. I've heard a lot of people talking about that series. So it's like adventures that happen in the parks, but they kind of transform into like magical realism type stuff. I think they're like YA books, but I've heard people talk about them and say that they're pretty fun. But yeah, that was really lovely. It always means a lot when stuff like that happens. Let's see what they got. Oh, these Boardwalk ears are nice. Anytime ears have pizza and pretzels on them, I'm on board. I'm going to assume these are... Ooh, Ooh, $45. They're nice though. I know, it's like a complete mix of all the flavours and colours. And of course, if you're going to buy the ears, you've got to buy the bag. If you're going to buy the bag, you've got to buy the magnet. If you're going to buy the bag and the magnet and the ears, you've got to buy a throw. So we've got the Atlantic Dance Hall here at the end of the boardwalk. This is a adults only dance hall, like club type thing. It plays a lot of 2000s pop, and it's opposite what was Jelly Rolls, the Julian Pianos bar, which is sadly gone now. So yeah, a lot of people say there's a little less going on here these days, but I think it's still a really charming place to come and stay. Okay, so as you come to the end of the boardwalk around the corner, you then are met with the Swan, the Dolphin, and the Swan Reserve in the background. These are owned by Marriott, but are still classified as deluxe resorts, and I believe they come with the deluxe perks. They're pretty cool. Yeah. We'll go and have a look around those in a little while. I just want to see what's going on with the girls, and we'll figure out whether we're going to go check out the lobby of the boardwalk or just wander around this pathway. Okay guys, this is the boardwalk lobby. Lots of beautiful things to look at here, including this miniature carousel. Lots of really cool little nods all around to that sort of turn of the century boardwalk iconography. There's really cute paintings up here of the different castles from the different Disney parks. Let me find the next one. And one of my favourite pieces are these cursed chairs. Come and sit in my lap, little boy. I imagine they remain empty most of the time. It's really welcoming. Really nice size. I'm trying not to speak too loudly because I don't want to interrupt people while they're relaxing, but there's a model of a wooden roller coaster over here. It's very nice. And this frankly magnificent chandelier, which is huge. And that thing is ginormous. I mean, that's the seating underneath. And this thing is massive and very cool. It moves. So Beanie has just ordered a mozzarella stick, which is, how long's your forearm?
It's like 2 foot.
It's nearly as big as your arm. That thing is massive. You're going to be careful because it's going to fall. It's going to be really hot. Okay. Jeez Louise, kiddo. That thing is giant. So that is about $16. It comes with marinara sauce and a bag of chips. And Beanie's probably going to be eating this for the next 3 hours. Alright, so I've half demolished it already, which I realise is not good vlogging. But this is the Italian sub. So this is meat. It's pepperoni, salami and ham, I think, with Swiss and rocket and like a vinaigrette. And I'm halfway through and getting very full, but it's very, very nice. Beanie's making some good progress on her mozzarella stick.
It's Reuben.
She's ordered a Reuben,
I had to take some of the meat out. I took
All of
out.
that was in one half, yeah.
It was. I no joke. It was that.
But what would you give it out of 10 though?
Oh, 12,
That good?
15.
15 out of 10.
Oh,
How about you? What would you give out of 10 for your mozzarella stick? 42. Okay, we're all doing sensible numbers. That's very nice. I would give it. That's probably a solid 8. Very tasty. And I doubt I'll finish it, so it means I'll have some more for later.
this is the kind of thing that you would eat beyond your capacity of being full because it was so tasty.
Meat sweats.
Yeah, I'm gonna get meat sweats for sure. Yeah.
So after this, we're gonna take a walk back up to kind of where we were before and go and check out probably the Dolphin, because it's just closer to the other side of the lake, which is where we're heading in general, and then we'll head round to Yacht Club and Beach Club and see what we can see there. Boardwalk lobby was lovely. Really, really nice. Full of character and cursed furniture. Yeah, it's been a really nice day so far. So, rather worryingly right now, this half of the sky is beautiful and blue with little tiny puffball clouds. And then this half of the sky, it's like it's going to absolutely throw it down on us. Hopefully we'll get moving in a minute so we can at least get inside a lobby or something and try and duck out of the rain. But yeah, as you look over the boardwalk, you literally have like 50% gorgeous weather, 50% about to slam it down weather. Such are the days here in Orlando. So one of the cool things about the Dolphin is this absolutely massive fountain. When I say absolutely massive, I mean several stories high, very noisy, very cool looking. I also like that the dolphins pictured are old-timey dolphins that sailors used to think dolphins looked like back before they actually knew what dolphins looked like. Very pretty. So Swan and Dolphin have got lots and lots of options when it comes to food. We have this handy dandy list located in the entryway. Bourbon Steak is the newest one that just opened up. It's meant to be really, really good. It's like signature dining. And then they've got all sorts of stuff to, you know, little coffee shops and grab and go type things. Loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of options. You do get a lot of the same perks as staying in a Disney World resort. I don't think they have things like the refillable resort mugs. I don't know whether you get access to extended evening hours or not. I think you do. I think it's considered deluxe. But I'll have to double check on that. But the intro looks really nice. I think we might see if we can get inside an elevator and go up to the lobby. Just come in the snack shop and found a really cool glass Mike Wazowski. And there's a Rundle on the side too. That is really well done. That's all pulled glass. She's out of our hair. So here's the central lobby at the Dolphin Resort with this gorgeous chandelier that I'm sure is very, very expensive. It's very nice in here. It's very busy. There's obviously an event on of some sort, but I think as sort of non-Disney hotels go, this is really nice. And obviously, again, you're in walking distance to Epcot and the Skyliner. Loads and loads of options for food. As to whether we will ever stay here, it's probably unlikely because I don't think you can use points on this, but I'm assuming they do good rates for work trips because there's lots of people here. Alright, so we've just walked around, coming into, is this one Yacht Club or Beach Club? I assume this is Yacht Club. Really lovely architecture on this. you can see if we go this way, they have the marina here where you can hire a pontoon or you can take a fishing excursion, and they also offer the fireworks cruise, very similar to the one I showed you guys at Fort Wilderness a few days ago. Same sort of pricing. You can see in the distance there the shipwreck, which is actually a water slide. You probably see some people climbing to the top of that right now. Very cool. And this is also the home of the Stormalong Bay pool, which is widely reputed to be the best pool on Disney property. Might be a lot of people in swimming gear, so I'm probably not going to film too much of that, but if I can get a couple of shots, I will do. It's lovely. Again, very chill. Like, it's super chill in the Boardwalk area, which is something I really like. I don't particularly care for the hustle and bustle of the busy resorts. And this one's obviously a fair bit more spread out than something like the Riviera, but it does feel pretty chill. Okay, so right off the bat, this is very nice. Not the world's biggest lobby, but cozy. Really lovely. It's calm. Really chill. Love the theming. The Ale and Compass Lounge is over there, which is reputed to be very, very nice. Might go and have a nosy at that in a minute. Again, I'm pushing Bean stroller, so navigating is not the easiest. Bear with me. Okay, so in some of the deluxe resorts, they'll have like a little scavenger hunt. For instance, in the Riviera, they want you to find Pascal, the chameleon from Tangled, and if you do, you get a little button and stickers to collect, and they'll hide him in a different spot every day. And so in the Yacht Club, you can do that with Max, the dog from The Little Mermaid. So the girls have gone off to do that. I'm going to have a quick browse around here. It's all a bit charming. What are these diamonds on the wall? Let's go see. Wow, 4 diamond award. I don't know what that is, but it sure looks impressive. May have more. 2015, 2016. I don't seem to have won it in 10 years though. That's not very good. Need to step up the game. Jokes aside, it is lovely in here. The resort smell is very, very nice. I can see myself in this one. It's very nautical. So this is the Ale and Compass Lounge. Let's take a quick look at the menu. So, ooh, they do a maple old fashioned. That sounds nice. So lots of cocktails, some beers, more cocktails. They have some appetizers. You literally get a cheeseburger here and truffle fries. That's nice. So this is a nice spot to just come and chill while you're waiting for your while you're just waiting for your family to find a cartoon dog. I think I would like to have a drink here. Operating hours from 12 till 11. So that's the lounge. The restaurant obviously has a full menu, which consists of a lot of the bits that you can get in the lounge, but again, if you just want to sit and chill for a little bit, you can. You've got the Yachtsman Steakhouse here as well. And the Beaches and Cream soda shop, which I know Beanie is very interested in. Excuse me. She's interested because you can order a sundae called the kitchen sink. And the kitchen sink is served to you in, ding ding ding, a kitchen sink. It is big enough for between 4 to 6 people, I would say, comfortably. They use an entire can of whipped cream. It does look rather amazing, but I also fear that it would have me strapped to the latrine for several hours afterwards, just because my body, I don't think, could process that amount of dairy. Hey kiddo, did you find him? She found him. Good job, buddy. There's a pin board. Oh, you've not got any pins left to trade now, have you?
I do.
You do?
They have to pay.
I don't know. I haven't seen what pins are on there. Anyway, it's very nice in here. And Bell Services wear these lovely little nautical outfits. There was even a man in a sailor's hat. How cute. Yeah, this is really nice. Okay. Ignore the ominous black clouds in the background, but because when you look that way, it's blue skies and sunshine. Anyway, we're going to head inside Beach Club Resort. The girls want to find flounder. Again, this is the character scavenger hunt that you can do at the resorts, and then they are going to hit the beach. There's a beach with some swings. They're going to hang out there for a little bit, and I'm going to stay in here.
We're going to have a picnic.
You're going to have a picnic?
Yeah, because we didn't have a picnic blanket. We had to bring one of our river
And I might find the bar and
towels.
have a drink. But again, like, just very calm, very chill, lovely colours. Could absolutely stay here, and probably will at some point.
I hope we will.
Yeah. Nice of Captain Birdseye to come and meet us down in the lobby. So we've got Cake May Cafe over there. Looks like the store on the opposite side. I think I like the vibe in Yacht Club more, just first impressions wise. This feels a little more 90s, a little more old fashioned, which is weird because they're essentially twin resorts. They're very, very similar in layout, but yeah, decoration wise, I prefer the maritime feel of the darker lobby in Yacht Club. But that is just me. We are temporarily postponing our trip to the beach until this stops. But in the meantime, we're here at Beaches and Cream. So we'll see if there's something tasty we can eat to pass the time while we wait for the weather to turn around. But good Lord, look at that. Okay, so there was no walk-up availability immediately for a party of 3 at Beaches and Cream, but they do have a to-go window. So you can't get sundaes and things, but you can get scooped ice cream, you can get floats, you can get booze. So the girls got a cone each, which still comes in a cup. Slightly baffling to me, but what did you get, kiddo?
Mint choc chip.
Mint choc chip with a sugar cone. And you went with?
Coffee ice cream with a waffle cone.
Coffee ice cream with a waffle cone. It's good?
They give you them like this.
They do. So,
It's like spilled ice cream.
yeah. So
This is just one scoop.
that is just one scoop. So the girls are going to go over to the beach after this because it stopped raining like 2 minutes after it had started raining. And it is now sunny again.
And my biggest dream is to have ice cream at
Yeah, so you guys are going to go and do that while I sit in the air conditioning in the lobby for a bit. Okay. Sun is out. The girls have gone to the beach with their ice creams. It is rainforest levels of humidity due to the rainfall. So I am very sweaty and pink. A delightful sight for you all, I'm sure. So I told those guys to have fun. I'm going back to Yacht Club and I'm going to chill out in the Ale and Compass Lounge and order myself a drink. Join me, won't you? Cool. We have successfully placed an order for an old fashioned. I've been warned it's very sweet. It's very orange heavy. So that's going to be interesting because normally it's the bitters and the whiskey that you're getting in an old fashioned. So yeah, I'm interested to try it. I was talking to Victoria about this and I've kind of decided something that I want to do for myself. Probably not on this trip, but over the next trip or two will be to try every old fashioned that's on property. So I'll have to do a little bit of research as to where I need to acquire all of those. Just because when we were over at somewhere, the Dolphin, one of the restaurants like adjacent to the lobby had a brown butter old fashioned, which sounded really, really good. And I like whiskey, I like bourbon. And generally when I'm getting a cocktail, I'm going to go for a whiskey-based cocktail. So yeah, I'm going to see what this is like. But it's just nice to be in the AC, sitting down. I'm not wearing my Skechers today, I'm wearing my Vans. Which, you see, snazzy as they are not as comfortable as a pair of Skechers. And we are like 2.5 weeks into this trip, and I'm the only one that's doing walking, so I'm starting to feel it a little bit. I'm quite tired today. I'm sure I'll be fine on park days. Something supercharges me on park days, so I'm fine. But like resort days, non-park days, like I get worn out. The plan is to do Magic Kingdom later. I think I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna see how Beam feels about doing that. Because honestly, if we don't do it, I'm not gonna be mad. I wouldn't complain about an hour in the pool later when we get back to the resort. If she is up for it, we'll go do it. Because I do want to see the new parade. If we don't do it today, we've got a couple of other days where we could go and check that out. So that's a bit up in the air. But for now, I'm going to wait for my beverage and enjoy the quiet. I say quiet. Golf is on the TV. It's one of the quieter sports, I suppose. And the lobby is a little busier, but I think that's the weather that's done that. Either way, it's very nice in here. Okay, my old fashioned has arrived. It is orange in colour, and I am getting. I can smell the bitters, but I'm also getting that orange scent right off the table. My nose isn't anywhere near it. I'm already catching a good strong whiff of that, so we're going to have a sip. Okay, so I see what he means about it being quite juice heavy. It's weaker than I would make at home, but that's typically true of a lot of Disney World booze anyway. They're not overly generous on the booze side of things. It's refreshing though, it's very nice. Yeah, I would give that an 8. It's very drinkable, very refreshing. Like, it's nice coming in out of that hot, humid weather and having something like this. You know, it's a long cocktail, so it's there to be sipped and enjoyed and everything else. And it is very, very, like you said, juice heavy, but it's tasty. Okay, we made it to Magic Kingdom just. We've got about 30 minutes before the fireworks. We are in the accessibility area, although we were quite late getting here, so our view is partially obstructed, but that's okay. We can wiggle around and see what we can see. Yeah, we're here. And then after this, we'll try and find a good area to watch the parade from. A good rule of thumb for fireworks viewing in general, but especially like accessibility viewing, try and arrive like a good hour before those fireworks start. I don't know how that works now with the new parade, because the parade starts at 8, and then you have fireworks at 9 and the parade again at 10, and that's obviously going to impact accessibility towards like the front if you want to be right near the castle when everything kicks off. But certainly for accessibility, if you want to be in the area with like the scooters and the chairs and stuff, definitely try and get here 45 to 60 minutes before if you want like one of the central views that's over here. Otherwise you do run the risk of them filling up. They're really, really strict about the amount of chairs and things they can have in this area for like, I guess, like health and safety and stuff. So we've certainly had issues last year when we were here where we were just cutting it too close and we had to get to the back of Main Street to actually be able to see anything. So Victoria was on her feet at the time, so that wasn't too bad for like visibility, but Bean really struggled just due to being in the stroller. So yeah, planning and preparation is key for Disney World, especially in the evening. Yeah. So I will try and film some of the fireworks, but as you can see, I'm not going to get much of the castle just because of where we are. There's a lot of shrubbery in the way and then this big lamppost. So it may be that I'm pointing up a little bit more like that than trying to film the actual castle from here today.
Each of us has a dream, a heart's desire. It calls to us. And when we're brave enough to listen and bold enough to pursue, that dream will lead us on a journey to discover who we're meant to be.
The losses and all the glory were changed by the way we live every day. Just look up and reach to the sky. We all have the courage to fly. You can fly. You can fly.
I apologise if the camera was a little bit shaky through some of that. I'm a human being, I have emotions. And the Walt Disney Company knows how to prod those emotions and get reactions out of me. hence me crying like a 4-year-old who's just dropped his ice cream. I love that show. So good. Bean has been crying for about 10 minutes because the show was so pretty. I've just visited the bathroom. I'm heading my way back to the girls. We found a nice spot for the festival. I'm hoping she's feeling a little better by now. Calmed down a little bit. You never know. So yeah, we've got about half an hour until the parade, and then the park's closed and we go home for the night. So I will film as much as I can of this new parade. I'm sorry about the view for the castle. Like I say, good practice is to get there an hour before if you want a decent view, which is, timekeeping is not our specialty in this family. We do our best. So yeah, we'll see the parade in a few minutes. So the Starlight Parade is a brand new nighttime parade for the Magic Kingdom, and it's the first nighttime parade in quite a few years. This debuted I think about 2 months ago, so it's still pretty brand new. I've deliberately avoided watching any video of it online because I really wanted it to be a surprise. I'm really excited. So I can just see bits of it coming around the hub now. It's going to be here in a few minutes. It starts up at the top of Main Street, so it does the reverse from the daytime parade, the Friendship Cavalcade thing. But we knew after the fireworks that everyone would be heading to the top of Main Street, so we've come out to Liberty Square. We're opposite Hall of Presidents. This is a disability accessible area, and because it's the 10 p.m. showing, it's not super packed out either, so we've got a really good spot. I would recommend later parades in general if you can stay that late, because it's always going to be a thinner crowd. If there's 2 parades with fireworks in between, the majority of people are going to watch that earlier one and then they're going to head out after the fireworks. So it's normally a much thinner crowd here, and it is. So yeah, this is the place to be right now. Oh, it's coming.
Cherished dreams come true. Why, hello there. Come with me and dream the night away. Be brave, true, and selfless, and all your wishes may come true. Nighttime is the best time to dream, don't you think? It feels like we can touch the stars. Valentino, do you think everyone's wishing upon a star right now? Are you? Go on, make a wish.
you see a family and they're embracing. Aww, isn't that nice? Hey guys, can you see what I'm seeing?
Here, the street lamps look like stars. Peter, do you think all those people can hear us?
Only one way to find out. There it is, Wendy.
Hopefully,